Hi guys, welcome to my garden. Today I thought I'd film from my garden because yeah, the lighting is better out here, I hope, but I realised it's probably going to be really loud and you might not be able to hear me, so I might end up refilming this anyway, but whatever, we'll do it out here now. Wearing sunglasses because it's super bright. But today we're going to be talking about coffee, and more specifically buying coffee and coffee shop etiquette is probably the best way I can put it, because I've worked in a coffee shop which is very well known in Britain and in other countries for a little over a year, but I've also worked within the hospitality service industry since I was 16, so I sort of have seen this for a long time now. And these are going to be little things that are just A, plain rude, B, a misunderstanding, and C, things that people think that they're doing, which is really nice. They think they're being really helpful, but they're not. They're actually being really unhelpful, so yeah. Just a little disclaimer before I go into my rant tips. These are my views. These are not my coffee shop's views. These are not anything other than my views. Please don't sue me or slag me off. These are for your benefit. Yes. We're going to start with ordering coffee. So you walk into the coffee shop and the first thing you do is you look at the menu, or you get into the queue. And this is a big one. Make sure you look at the menu before you get to the cashier, before you order your coffee, because there's a big chance that there's going to be a huge queue behind you. So if you've stood in the queue for like 5 minutes, 10 minutes, however long, and you haven't made up your mind about what you're going to have, you are going to pee everyone off behind you. Like, you've been chatting with your friend, and then you get there and you're like, oh, I don't actually know what I'm on, and then you take more time. So it's just going to slow everything down, and you're going to annoy everyone, including the barista and including other people and stuff. So, you know, just think about what you're going to want before you get to the front of the queue. Second of all, say what you want and say it clearly and say it fully. Okay, so if you want a medium skinny latte to go, do not say latte. Say it. Just say what you want there and then. Say it whether you want to stay in, say what milk you want, say what size you want, and say what drink you want. Easy, simple, because that again is going to speed everything up. Like, what I'm saying here is to give you a better service. Like, we try our hardest as baristas to serve you quickly and serve you the best coffee we can. Or you know, tea, whatever, drink, beverage that we can, and it's so hard to be quick if you are gonna like slow us up. This makes me sound like such a bitch, but like, yeah, and you know, this, I've seen it so often, and oh god, I sound like such a bitch. Anyway, just say your whole order, and please say it to the people that's serving you there and then. Do not get to the person making your coffee at the coffee machine and say, oh, can I have that skinny? Oh, especially when they've poured it out and they've made the drink, can I have it skinny? Can I have it to go? Blah blah blah. Because chances are we're probably like 2 checks behind already, like, so we're 2 checks ahead rather, but so, you know, slowing the process down. This is all for you guys. We want you to have the best service, but we're doing our best. So also, when it comes to ordering your coffee, please don't comment on the price. It's really, really rude. You wouldn't go into a restaurant and order food and say, God, that's really expensive. Like, coffee, yeah, it kind of is expensive, but then it's also a luxury and you are choosing to buy it. I mean, even if you are just ordering an Americano, you have to think that it's not just coffee, water, a little bit of milk. You're actually paying for the beans. So a little bit of coffee history. Coffee is actually grown in some of the poorest parts of the world. It has to be grown between the tropics of Cancer and Capricorn, so the farmers work really hard to get you your beans. A coffee plant actually takes 5 years to mature before it starts making beans, and then there's the whole roasting process, the whole shipping process. Like, it is still a luxury commodity, and I think we've just become so used to it, a bit like sugar and a bit like oil. We've just become so used to having this like commodity there and then that we don't even think that actually there's a lot of work that's gone into this. And do you know what, the farmers, they deserve to be paid a little bit more. So by you paying a little bit more of your coffee, you're supporting that industry and these farmers. So it's really rude to say, oh, I don't want to pay £1.95 or £2.10 or whatever it is for your cup of coffee, because it's so much more. It's like a little cup of gold, really. And also, like, that's just on that level. You're also paying for the hot water, and hot water is not just turn on a tap. Hot water is the water itself, it's heating the water, it's paying for the gas, it's paying for the electricity, it's paying for the equipment. Milk, we have to buy that in. There's a big hoo-ha in Britain a couple of months ago about farmers not being paid enough. Now, come on guys, it's only a little bit of splash, but you're still paying. And lastly, you're paying for me, and you're paying for my team, and you're paying for the cafe itself, you're paying for the chairs, you're paying for the crockery, you're paying for it to be cleaned, you're paying for the lighting above you, you're paying for heating, the music. Like, it's not just that one beverage, you're paying for so much more around it. So please don't complain about the price, because well, we don't set the price, so, you know, and this especially goes if you're going to go into an independent coffee shop. They work so hard to keep that going, and so people moan about big coffee chains, but then they also moan about independent prices. One last thing, when ordering, which I forgot, and this is the one that really bugs me, don't order a Starbucks drink. Unless you're in Starbucks, then order a Starbucks drink, but don't go into another coffee shop and order a Starbucks drink. Like, we don't do frappuccinos. That's Starbucks. Thank you. Anyway, moving on to getting your coffee. Like I said before, make sure you say exactly what you want at the till. Don't say it at the coffee machine, because we've probably already made it and you're going to really wind us up, because we're going to have to remake your drink, and that's going to take at least another 30 seconds. If not more, because coffee extractions, you know, that takes time. Heating milk, that takes time. Just be specific. Also, a flat white is not an Americano, okay? A flat white, I've done this so many times. People have ordered a flat white, usually old people, have ordered a flat white, and I've made it and I've put it down, and it's that beautiful one with like a pattern in the top. They put it down and they said, oh, that's not what I ordered. It is what you ordered. You ordered a flat white. A flat white is a cortissimo shot, which is a very intense shot with, it's sort of like a mixed, it's like thick latte milk, so it's thick milk. The way it's been heated sort of gives it micro bubbles. So it's a delicious coffee, but it's not an Americano. Americano is your bog standard, basic espresso, water, optional milk. Lastly, when it comes to getting your coffee, oh my word, please don't ask for it extra hot, because basically extra hot means burnt. Milk tends to be heated to 140 degrees Fahrenheit. Don't know what that is in centigrade. I'll find out and put it here. And that means that it is hot milk. I mean, it's hot to touch. And yeah, we can heat the glass or something like that to make it extra hot, but asking for your milk to be made extra hot is burning the milk. That's like going into a restaurant, ordering a filet mignon and asking for it like super well done. Like, just don't do it. You're actually burning your milk, and that's when you get like that layer of skin on top. That's burnt milk, and it also tastes a bit like newborn baby sick. Like that milky. So yeah, anything above 150 really is burnt milk. and it's not tasty, and you're not going to get the best cup of coffee if you ask for that. So if you do want your drink extra hot, which is fine, just be aware that like, just say like, can you heat the glass, or just be aware that you're probably drinking burnt milk, and you might like that. I don't know, you might love the taste of burnt milk, but whatever. So that was it for getting your coffee. Now, etiquette in the coffee shop itself and leaving the coffee shop. This might be like a really basic one, but please don't let your kids run around. We are not a playground. Please keep them seated if possible, because like I've seen it so many times. Luckily, touch wood, it's never happened, but a child has been sort of like running around tables or something like that, and then another customer has come around with a tray of hot drinks. Like, these are hot drinks, these are burning hot drinks. If you spill, especially like a cup of tea or a cup of Americano, which is made with water that is almost boiling but not quite boiling, that is going to that's going to hurt an adult. That is going to seriously burn a child. So please just keep your children seated. Also, I don't know any coffee shops that do it that aren't also sort of like a big cafe restaurant. They do more food than drink. Please don't expect table service, like unless you are like elderly or with lots of children or disabled or something like that. Like, please just like take your drink. Oh, that was the other thing, please take your drink. Please don't expect us to take your drink out, but please do not expect table service. I've had it a couple of times where sort of people have sat down and they're like, oh, we've been waiting for 20 minutes and no one's come to serve us. It's like, well, you have to queue, sorry. And then the last thing, because I'm trying to keep this short and sweet, is and this is the one that, like, at the beginning I said people think they're being really helpful and they're not, and I am guilty of this before I started working for my coffee shop. Please don't bring your tray back. Like, it's so like, you've served all the drink, like you've taken all the orders, you've put all the trays out with all the cups and saucers, and someone is at the coffee machine making the drink, right? So this is a very full environment. You are then serving that person, the coffee machine person is busy making coffee. Please don't come up and hand us your tray, because that's going to stop either the coffee person making coffee or the server serving. Like, it just, that, and it makes us feel like we're not doing our jobs properly as clearers. We're not working fast enough, or like it makes us feel like, oh, the shop must be dirty or something like that. And I know you're probably trying to be really helpful, but you're not. You're actually stopping us doing our role. So if you want to be helpful in that way, the best thing to do is stack everything up onto your tray and leave it and just walk away, like, because that means that the clearer can just pick it up and go. We don't have to clear everything away and stack, stack, stack. It's done, boom, we can go. Last thing on clearing, please don't put your serviettes and your sugar sachets and whatnot in a cup, because it's so gross, so gross. And again, you're probably thinking you're being really helpful, but I don't understand the logic behind thinking you're being really helpful when you do that, because basically the person that's doing the washing up, then they have to like delve into your latte glass, which has got all your spit and your saliva and like dregs of your drink in, and pull out soggy napkins and soggy tissues, which block up the drain, by the way, and they block up the dishwasher. So please don't do that. So that brings me to the end of my little rant and rabble and tips, I don't know, to help you be a better customer in a coffee shop. And hopefully I didn't sound too much like a bitch, but really this is for your benefit. This is just going to make your experience so much better. And yeah, like, you're going to be in and out and you're going to be enjoying that delicious cup of not burnt coffee so much quicker. and we'll be happy and you'll be happy and you'll come back and we'll be best friends. So if you enjoyed this video, please give me a big thumbs up, and if you really enjoyed this video and you want to see more, then hit the subscribe button, because I'm trying still to release videos every week. It's not really happening, but the thought is there. So until next time guys, bye!